What is one trend in India you think people should be, concerned about?
We discussed ransomware and things like that
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
in the desktop and in the corporate environment, but in a personal way,
Mm-hmm.
can your data be secure? I think India is in a nascent stage of defining what is privacy and
Mm-hmm.
how much a citizen has a right to his privacy and things like that.
Okay.
But I think, having said that, if you look at this proliferation of mobile phones
Mm-hmm.
and smartphones,
Yeah.
we'll see that there is a danger there
Mm-hmm.
because uh, there are multiple ways to look at it. One, I can look at it from a service provider
Mm-hmm.
standpoint. What if the malwares or which get planted in the mobile phones
Mm-hmm.
kind of overwhelm the network,
Yeah.
the service provider network?
Yeah.
In that case, the service providers always design the network based on certain statistics
Yeah.
and the data patterns. They
Mm-hmm.
don't really do it for 100% utilization
Mm-hmm.
of the network. So if there is a outbreak and if the command and control decide that I will spam the telco network
Yeah.
all at once,
Yeah.
it could play disaster to the
Mm-hmm.
network. So that means the service providers have to make some kind of checks and
Mm-hmm.
balances. The second piece is IoT, Internet of Things.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I would treat all of them as compute devices,
Yeah.
intelligent compute devices in the hand of end user or maybe a service
Consumers.
provider.
Yeah.
So the early proliferation of IoT devices are that it is meant for a purpose, but
Mm-hmm.
security is not the key criteria for the IoT code.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the code which is written in the IoT device,
Yeah.
largely in ARM processors
Mm-hmm.
or a very lightweight
Mm-hmm.
processors. So people don't want to really load the IoT sensors with too much of software because there is an impact on battery power
Mm-hmm.
and things like that. At the same time, imagine if because it's a compute device, because it's a lightweight,
Mm-hmm.
loosely written code, you can plant uh, advertently or inadvertently
Mm-hmm.
errors in that IoT devices.
Yeah.
And IoT devices could play havoc in the network. One is that it can really reduce the
Mm-hmm.
services to, for example, if it's a smart lighting
Mm-hmm.
or it's a smart parking and things like that, it could actually uh, kind of disrupt those
Mm-hmm.
services. Uh, then there are smart surveillance
Mm-hmm.
techniques, and if you look at India specifically, uh, we have a lot of smart city initiatives. There are 100 plus smart cities have been announced, uh, and various set of services are being assigned to the
Mm-hmm.
smart cities, including the smart parking, smart traffic
Mm-hmm.
management, garbage collection, water management, etc.
Yeah.
etc. All of them run on some kind of IoT
Mm-hmm.
sensors under the software
Yeah.
which will manage all that. So the other thing we need to do ensure that there has to be a very holistic security approach
Mm-hmm.
for that IoT as a domain ground up, not
Mm-hmm.
that we'll react to certain things.
Mm-hmm.
But I think these are technologies which are in the kind of the growing stage
Okay.
or incubation stage. So
Mm-hmm.
I would say that as we get there,
Mm-hmm.
so our Juniper message to them is that anything which is a computer need to be protected. Uh, need not necessarily the powerful desktops and
Mm-hmm.
laptops,
Yeah.
but even the end user compute devices need to be
Mm-hmm.
both from, because we have a great play from both the service provider side and at the end user side.
Mm-hmm.
I think we are probably well placed to
Mm-hmm.
provide them the right security advice
Mm-hmm.
from that point of view.
Okay. So when you say we are at a great play, meaning to say our solutions can fit both in the large service providers and also enterprises?
Oh, exactly, exactly. So these are some work in progress. For a service provider, if you look at India, I think we command a significant amount
Mm-hmm.
of telecom security assets.
Okay.
We call the GI LAN firewall, so GI firewall. So
Mm-hmm.
we literally command almost
Mm-hmm.
close to almost all large telcos in
Okay.
India.
Before I let you go, just a last question. Um, Ever since the CNBC interview, um, do you find any specific industries approaching you for security solutions or advice?
So we have seen an increased interest from the FSI side,
Mm-hmm.
and of course FSI is the first one to, because they are the real handlers of cash.
Yeah.
So we are seeing a series of inquiries coming in from the
Mm-hmm.
FSI sector
Mm-hmm.
in terms of how to really go to the next level of
Mm-hmm.
security
Yeah.
in their domain. I think security, of course, Juniper does not address all the security elements of FSI, but then we have a significant
Mm-hmm.
play there.
Thanks a lot for your time, Sajan.